Y'all know it's crazy. Have you seen Prismatic Evolutions dropping a ton lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
Bro, I was looking in the collector app, and it seems like all the singles lately are dropping.
Dude, I freaking love the collector app. I've been using it for so long, and it's like it makes it super easy to like track the pricing of the cards in your collection.
It is really sick, and I don't know if y'all have seen this, but they added this new like set analytics page. So when I saw Prismatic dropping, I went over to the set analytics, and like if you scroll down, I'm looking at the most wish listed cards right now, and obviously Umbreon's at the top, but you can see the red down arrows on all of them. But if you look at like early Scarlet and Violet era sets right now, it's green arrows up on like everything.
Yep.
Dude, it's awesome to use it too. Like I use it a lot for cards that I want. So I'll just say that they're just in my collection, and those are just cards that I'm going to be going for.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the app. It's just really cool how you can see the performance on stuff. Like even if I look at my 1 day performance, $23 up, but you go to 6 months, you can see the spike of the whole boom. So
dude, I know. I love getting to like
dude, it's so clean.
Yeah.
I love getting to see that like, spike up, making that money.
Spike is so nice.
Yeah. Get collector. We love the app. Welcome back to another episode of the Trainer Gallery podcast. We got none other than PokeVault himself, and the Holy Trinity is now complete. How you doing, Volt?
You collected all the stones. You got all the stones now? All the Infinity Stones?
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
Between you, Rev, and Ryan now, it is, we're fans of all you guys, so it is really cool to be able to sit down and talk to you.
You got to get us all on at the same time. That would be crazy.
That'd be fun.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That would be crazy.
Are you telling us we got another upcoming episode with that happening?
Ooh, I like it.
I don't know, man. This is your guys' thing, right? How many squares can Streamlabs accommodate? That's the question. We
got to get you all at Ryan's warehouse and put you all on one camera and then do it from there.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that would be fun.
All right, so Mr. Volt, how you doing, man? How do you feel about the Pokemon space lately with the whole blow up and the boom of everything going on?
I'm feeling good, Rufio. We're about to go fight Captain Hook, and I feel good about it. I'm gonna put on my leaf skirt and get my golden sword, and then you come over there. You're gonna get stabbed. I don't know if you knew, but that's when your story ends.
He has no idea. He has no idea what you're talking about.
I'm going to go save my kids because I'm already grown. I'm not a lost boy anymore. Okay. And you're going to die with honor, and I'll take him, and I'm going to put his wig over your face, and then we're going to bury you under the alligator.
Dude, it's not even 2 minutes into the podcast.
I like it. I bet Misty loves deferring all the shit to someone else.
Can you crow like a rooster for me real quick, and then I'll answer your question?
Crow like a rooster?
Do it.
Yeah, let's see it. Give us your best
Let's
one.
hear it.
Cuckoo!
Oh, you got to go harder than that.
Where's the escape button? Where's the...
Dude, I don't even know what noise a rooster makes.
I just did it for you. I literally just reenacted it for you.
Wait.
And it was like cinema ready.
Okay, do it one more, and then I'll give it my best. It's actually really good. All right,
Come on, bro. Show me your bangarang, dude. Show me your spirit. Damn it. Sound like a fear.
You sound like you're choking on something there, bud.
Dude, what are you...
Uh-oh. See, now that people are starting to turn. Do you see? The lost boys and girls are starting to turn on you a little bit. Rufio.
Unbelievable.
Rufio.
Dude, that's
what was the question?
Oh my god. Just with the whole boom of Pokemon lately, like how do you feel about the space blowing up?
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's a strange time right now, I think, in Pokemon. I think a lot of the scalping and a lot of the different types of people that are entering the space are pushing out a lot of casuals. And like, I feel that personally just in overall like views and morale You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that I hear that, you know, just would, I've had people that have been watching me for a long time, and a lot of them are like, yeah, you know, like nothing against you. Like I'll tune in for your lives. They like the lives. They're like, I don't really want to watch, you know, you or anyone else open up product that I can't get, you know? And like, I don't have distribution personally. So like, I don't have it on that level, but you know, I think just casual people that enjoy the hobby, that enjoy just, you know, going out there, picking up a pack or two, an ETB, opening with their kids by themselves or whatever. They're not experiencing that anymore. So it's kind of giving them a little bit of like fatigue when it comes to like watching people, you know, or anything else. But then it's the dichotomy is interesting because like people still want to buy products. So like, you know, I don't feel it in the sense of like, you know, like people still want to watch me open up packs, which is great. They still want to, you know, buy mystery product and all that stuff. But that could also be a byproduct of them just wanting to get product at any cost, or, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's an interesting thing. You know, the space has never been more saturated, but also it's not with the type of people that, you know, I think consume just content and stuff. A lot of times it's just people that want to get in, they want to know what to buy, how to flip it, how to make money on it, what to hold, stuff like that. So it feels like there's just a lot of money behind it that wasn't there before, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was really weird to see that, you know, people that weren't able to get a hold of product kind of backed away from watching people open product. I thought it would have the opposite effect.
Oh, are you feeling the opposite? Do you feel more people coming to you?
No.
Oh, you thought it would. You thought it would.
Yes, I thought it would bring more people in.
So initially it did. So, and I've talked to Nick and Ryan about this. So initially during Prismatic, there was a huge boom. I was getting, I mean, one day out of nowhere, I got 1,500 subscribers and I did nothing. Wow. And it was one day, that's astronomical for me. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is like, whoa, okay. So what's going on here? So the Prismatic spike happens, and then this flood of people come in. Prismatic has absolutely trash pull rates. And then it's, you know, 4x the price. And then of course there's Umbreon in there. So like it's overdrive hype. And then I think this perfect storm happened with Prismatic that we're kind of in like the exhaust fumes of that, you know, and I think it wiped out so many casuals. And I had a lot of new people right there at that moment. And then it just like dropped off. I think it pissed off so many people. And I think they're still there. They're just waiting to come back. You know, they're waiting to fall in love with it again. Right now it's hard to kind of fall in love with it on a you know, passion wise, because everyone's looking at it now as a money vehicle, you know.
Do you think maybe the next era might bring back that passion?
I think that it will come back. The people in the middle, right? So there's going to be people that are always there, and there's going to be people that are only going to be there when the getting's good. All those people in the middle that have pushed out, it's going to happen when the sets are readily available, or like whatever's happening right then. I think it all has to do with access. You know, if you have no access, you have no interest, and it's like with anything. You know what I mean? Like if I can't get gas at that gas station, I'm not going to go there. You know, it's like I'm going to go to the one that, you know, wherever I can get. You know what I mean? Whatever example you can come up with in your mind, access is, I think, is fully tied to interest, especially in Pokemon. So, you know, when that comes back, when Pokemon figures it out, they either do one of two things happens. Number one, they somehow print more, which I don't know if they can do it. I don't know if there's too many mouths to feed, right? There's not enough. They can't print enough to feed everyone. Or number two, we have to have multiple sets in a row that are not as hyped, I think, as like, you know, Destined, Prismatic, you know, Black and White. I mean, Black and White's going to send it into overdrive. It's the first time they've ever split 2 English sets and you know, into 2 boxes for English. They've never done that before. I mean, so there's just so many we're still in it. So I don't know how they do it. I don't know how we come out of it, but I don't see it happening in 2025, you know? So that's my personal my take, you know. But whatever. I'm not trying to be negative. You know what I mean? I'm still happy to be here. I just, you know, I don't feel like I felt when, you know, I don't know, like 2 years ago, it felt different. And it feels much different than when COVID 4 years ago. Right. This is a totally different feeling, you know?
What do you think about, like, because you kind of mentioned how it's super, super saturated right now.
Yeah.
And as you are like a leader in the Pokemon space, the TCG world on YouTube, like, what do you think about these super, super big channels like Ludwig or Moist Critical or FaZe Clan all jumping on the hype of Pokemon? Is that good for bringing more eyes to Pokemon, or is that just feeding into like the money side of it?
I think it's like, I appreciate all the kind words also. Okay. I take back all the Rufio comments. So I'm sorry. No, I don't. And I don't see myself like that, man, but I don't like when you talk about these guys. I think that they're just trying to kind of like how Logan Paul wanted to jump in for a second. Like Logan Paul went back to doing what he does. He still, you know, he still has like some things, like he'll show off some Pokemon, or he'll still do some stuff, but he doesn't make Pokemon content primarily. None of these guys are going to make Pokemon content primarily. I think it's going to bring extra eyeballs, maybe for them and maybe for some of the upper echelon guys that are in, you know, that are in our space, and they'll give them some, but they'll be casuals, and they'll be, you know, just here one day and gone the next, you know, because they'll just go right back to consuming what they normally consume. Because these are people that don't consume Pokemon on a normal basis. So just like with Prismatic, I feel like that's what happened there too. You know, you have all these eyeballs out of nowhere. People are like, whoa, what's going on here? Oh, it's just a bunch of nerds opening Pokemon packs. Okay, I'm going to go back to, you know, what I was doing. I'm going to go watch Dude Perfect or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So
do you think that any of the negativity that's kind of surrounding the hobby right now has affected your content making? Or are you kind of just like, whatever, I'm going to keep doing this because I like it?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, like, you know, you want to talk about, I was climbing a mountain, you know, like, I don't know how long y'all have been doing it for, but like, I've been doing this for 4 years. Right. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to climb this endless mountain, right? There's I don't see the top, but like, I've taken a huge slide backwards, you know, just recently, because people are so, you know, I need to either reinvent the way that I'm doing stuff, or people are so bitter at just watching openings. And I changed my whole format. So like, when I came into this space, I did a lot of investing talk, which did really well for me, but I didn't know nearly what I know now about, you know, about the hobby. So I was really kind of talking out of my ass a little bit, you know, that like I wasn't as versed as I am now. And I've switched to openings and breaks and stuff just because that's kind of like, you know, that was the natural progression, you know, and yeah, man, it's a battle right now because people don't want to watch openings. I feel like a lot, you know, because it's so everyone's doing it. And it's like, how many times can you do the same thumbnail? How many times can you do the same thing or whatever? So I'm feeling it too in my numbers, dude. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give up. Anytime you're climbing, you slide backwards sometimes, and you just have to either, you know, meet that adversity with something new or something creative, or you just keep inching up the mountain slowly and do the same thing, you know? So I got some things planned. I got some stuff that I'm going to be doing a little bit different, you know? So
have you considered getting back into more of like the commentary / investment talk?
I've tried it, and my audience is no longer, they don't like it. So I've tried to go back to talking about, like, you know, some stuff that I'm picking up, because I buy stuff all the time. That's all I used to do, is just talk about the things that I was buying, why I liked it, the packs that are inside. I was kind of like just showcasing product. I tried that like 2 weeks ago, and it was a absolute stinker of a video, you know? So it's just because my audience isn't the same as it was. So yeah. And that's where I think, you know, kind of like how you guys are doing it, I've been contemplating, you know, maybe like a little once a month, once in a blue moon type of thing like this, where I can talk to people that want to talk about stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And get back into that. But yeah, you know, and back then I was like, my kind of, my orbits changed. You know, I used to buy stuff to hold back then. Now I'm trying to buy stuff so I can get a decent price on it, bring it to, you know, the people at a decent price, and I can make 15%. You know, like that's my, I'm super straight up with that. I want to turn the lights on and it's going to cost me 15%, you know, and that's my new objective, is the flow through of that. Before I was just buying it and shoving it into the rafters. So, but now it's totally different now.
Do you ever feel like, because I mean, I definitely feel like this on my channel, how you're talking about, you know, it could be a slide back because of whatever's going on with the boom and stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I get scared that, like, especially in this Pokemon space of YouTube, that you get like stuck at a certain number of views. It's like, you know, I might have one video every so often get a couple, you know, a little bit better, but it's like I see a lot, my channel and a lot of other channels of people a lot bigger than me and stuff. It seems like they're just always stuck at getting this relative number of views to their channel. Like, how do you get past it? Like, how do you break that? Like, do you feel like that? Or
yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, I like my, and it's relative, like you said. My best case scenario, like my hope, is to get 20,000 views in a week, right? So that's my hope. And like, if Nick got that, he would probably have cardiac arrest. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's relative to the person, but like, well, the ones that break through, I take note of those, but I don't lean into those, you know, because obviously you're doing something right to break through in that sense. But if you lean into those, people will, that spike that you see, I feel like won't happen every time, because people will get too accustomed to it. So like, one thing that an example of that is, I'll bring in my wife every now and again. People love, you know, for good or bad reasons, they love watching my wife, you know, fumble around with Pokemon. She knows nothing of Pokemon. And then the banter between me and her is like awesome. We have a really good chemistry on camera. And those videos do really, really well. Right. So like, I'll take her to my card shop, and the video will get like 70,000 views, which is a insane success. Yeah. But I don't bring her in every time, because they'll just be like, they'll get used to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so what I try to do is to not change the sauce too much, but to maybe tweak what I'm doing, what I'm opening, and really like think about, you know, how I'm getting into the packs right away, how I'm, you know, transitioning. People like watching me scurry around my garage a little bit. So I'll do that every 3 times, and I won't do it all that, but like that's a thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's back to getting off the table, you know, off the table is best. I feel like that's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, man. You know, like, I'm not going to go silently open cards in the library or some crap like that. But, you know, I need to like get off the table and go out into the world, you know, like I'm going to get back into doing like yard sales and stuff like that. Cool. And you know, just get out there.
We were just talking about the yard sale thing a minute ago.
People like to see a genuine experience. That's really what people want, you know. People are shying away now from the, you know, and all that, you know, the mouth and the thing, you know. So
my question with the like yard sale things, like I love going to those and hunting for cards, but like for me, like at first, like very shy starting out the YouTube channels. So it was hard to get in front of the camera, kind of get used to that. But like the thought of just going in public and recording, even at like card events, it just makes me want to like puke. So what's like some advice there?
To not hold the camera. So like strapping it to your chest is probably going to be the easiest. That way you can have both your arms and you're not sticking a camera in someone's face. Okay. And you know what I mean? So that's one. So stick it on 0.5 if you're using your iPhone, 0.5, and put it on your chest, and then you can at least have your hands, and you're not going, hey, what's this? And, you know, you're putting the dongle or whatever the hell it's called on their face. Like, hey, what's your name? Want to make a deal? You know, want to trade up? You know, so it's like,
never trade up with the kids.
No, you know, I'm going to trade down. That is actually, I've been thinking about like starting with like an Umbreon and trading all the way down to a paperclip. So that's an idea I have. No, but just put on your, you know, and just act. If you if you just be yourself. I know it's going to feel weird, especially at a convention. I feel weird when I go to a flea market and I try to be cognizant if there's kids around. I try to be cognizant if there's people that are feeling kind of like they see the camera and they're feeling weird about it, then I'll back off of that. You know what I mean? I'm lucky enough. If I go up to like someone that has Pokemon cards, they usually know me. So it helps on that level. Right. But like if you go to Collecticon, bro, everyone's filming, man. Don't feel weird about that. Everyone's filming, and just be your normal, just like how you are, and be like, yo, what's up, dude? I was just wondering if, like, whatever it is that you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do, if you're just trying to buy, if you're just trying to see what the deals are or whatever it is, if you just be yourself, that's all people want to watch.
Just get more subscribers, Elliot. Duh.
Oh, fuck you, Misty.
Easy.
I was just gonna say, like, myself, like, around other people is so much different than like people that I know. I feel like just like if I'm trying to like be myself, like out in public, much more reserved. But like if I'm just talking with those two, it's a shit show.
Yeah, just be whoever you are around whoever you're around. That's just do. Yeah, don't.
But he's getting arrested.
I might get arrested.
He's getting kicked out of any facility.
Well, don't do that. Yeah, anything but that. Whatever that line is, don't just run up to that line and stop. Yeah,
that line was me at card party too.
Bro, you were out of control. I was out of control at card party too. You were and I don't even know, bro. You look like an escaped inmate, dude. I don't even like a patient.
I was the officer.
You look like a patient that got away, and I wanted to call someone, dude. Like you, like your straitjacket straps were flapping off your arms, and you're just running around, passing out places, and then you just stayed at Disney World for an extra 3 days for whatever reason. You just never came back.
Yeah, that reminds me. Are me and John still invited to stay in your trailer?
Anytime. It's hooked up. All the electric. I can't have people in the house anymore because I have 3 kids, so there's no more rooms in the house. So I have a rolling apartment in the front yard that anyone's welcome to. Nice. You just can't poop in there.
Dig a hole in the back.
Well, women don't.
No, yeah. You just go to you can just go to the restaurant down the way. Yeah. No, you can come in and poop. You can come in and poop. You just can't do it in the trailer.
Do you ever feel an added pressure? Like, everybody that does YouTube goes through this grind stage, but now that you are somebody that like a lot of people look up to in the space, especially with all the newcomers of people wanting to do YouTube in the Pokemon world, like, do you ever feel an added pressure of that now?
Maybe in person, but not like when I turn the camera on. Like at the end of the day, I'm just and it's just because you can't feel it. Like I can't feel how I'm affecting other people. I really feel it when I'm in person. When they come up and they're shaking, or some people have cried and they hug me and stuff like that. Then you really feel that you actually like touch someone's life. Like when I turn on the camera, I just try to do as much as I can while the camera's on, and I don't. If I sat there and I'm like, I'm here, kiss my hand, I know I've done so much for you guys. If I did that, it would be so weird, right? I just go on, I do my thing. But like when I'm in person and someone, if I feel that energy, or some people they've said that, I've helped them, however I've done it, but like I've helped them like get through a dark time a lot. They'll say that a lot of times, or I help them through a tough patch or whatever. Then I'll just make sure that I take some extra time with them and just chill with them. No cameras, no weird, just me and them. And I'll make sure that I take an extra second with them. If it's just a regular, yo, what's up, dude? Can I take a picture? Can I get a signature? Absolutely, do all that. But if it's someone like you were saying that like I've actually touched them somehow, then I'll spend some extra time and then try to like make it so they have something else to hold on to, because you never know what someone's going through, and so if I can do that, that costs me nothing, man. Yeah. So like, I think about that all the time. I can't tell you how many letters I've gotten saying that help people beat the feeling of like suicide, help people beat the feeling of just giving up and all that stuff. Like sent them stuff. And then, like in my mind, if whatever it is that I'm doing that's helping them, if I can, keep them from doing something dumb like that, and get them off that page of the book that they're in, whatever it is, it was all worth it. You know what I mean? So that's how I think about it. So take a little extra moment or whatever. You guys probably have, I'm sure someone said that to you guys also, that you guys bring some levity to their daily life, So
yeah, I get a lot. I've actually got some recently about like, it's really cool because it motivates me more. But with the whole fitness stuff, a lot of people will reach out and be like, dude, seeing you change is getting me into it. But even like, I don't even know if you realize it, but like you, Ryan and Rev have even done that for me. Like the whole Card Party 2 thing, like obviously Ryan puts me on crazy by playing the game with me, but then you reffing it and Rev being there, like that's a huge thing for me. So yeah, super appreciative.
Dude, I put a ref jersey on for you. I bought it myself. I bought so cool. And I bought it so late that it was a size too small, like it ran small. So it was, I don't know if anyone noticed, but it was pretty skin tight around the nips area. So, you could see the stripes stretching, So and there's nothing I could do. There's no store that I can think of where you can go pick up a basketball ref shirt. So yeah, I went through a lot for that. Okay. I even studied some like some of the calls and rules, which never happened because I was just calling fouls really. But like I was watching the double dribble, the thing, and the, like this, the holding, all that stuff.
That was such an awesome time.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. No, really. I'm just saying, like, I know there's a ton of people out there that you've changed and stuff, but like y'all have genuinely done it for me as well. But I did want to ask you, like, you seem like obviously like charismatic. Like you were super easy to talk to and stuff in person.
Yeah.
Do you ever get nervous?
Like in general or in Pokemon?
Bro, anxiety is scared of you.
Yeah, no, dude, I've been in some high pressure situations. So like it, when I was nervous, I'll tell you when I was nervous. Like when I was going to pick up Nick and Ryan, I was pretty nervous. Not like what's the word? Like where you're starstruck nervous, but more like I'm about to meet some people that I've never met before. And that I was, I hope that in person is just because like we've been, we're in a text thread together a lot. We established a friendship, but never in person. We obviously FaceTimed and all that stuff, but I was like, is it going to be the same energy? And we just kind of like that fell in, all that went away within seconds. I've done some challenge stuff. I've done some things with Pat. Like the first time I filmed with Pat, that was really, really nervous. Like I felt like a little anxiety, but then I just went into like, who gives a damn? Like it's going to be what it's going to be. Just be yourself. Because if I'm just going to, I'm going to be crippled with anxiety if I let this feeling go on anymore. I went on stage. I don't go on stage often, but I did it at Card Party 1 and Card Party 2. I didn't feel weird about that, which was good. Yeah, the Card Party 2 was a little bit, maybe I was too comfortable on stage.
That was great.
Yeah, so there was that. But yeah, no, man. I don't know.
What was it like for you at the first Card Party?
It was full. If I could be in one word, it would say it was like fully humbling, because I've been asked that question before. It was, I walked in the door and instantly a line formed for me and Ryan, because me and Ryan walked in together, and a line formed, and then like all the workers started getting upset because like we were like blocking the lobby, and we're like, what do you want us to do? And then they're like, oh no, we got to disperse, we got to break this up. I'm like, no, hell no, man, we'll just move over with the people, because we wanted to, that's what we were there for. So it was just so. It was Card Party 1 has a mystique that will never be topped. I don't think, Card Party 2 is great. Card Party 1 will always like live in my mind as one of the coolest experiences of my life. I mean, dude. We got fat heads. We got to take this home. I mean, look at this. This is like
Nice.
This is CP1 lore. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I still that show will always be etched into my memory as one of the coolest. That's when I met Nathaniel for the first time. So yeah, and you were shaking, by the way, you were much smaller and chunkier. You were much smaller but more twinkle in your eye, more twinkle. Yeah, and you were just so happy. He brought up his binder and he's like, "Hey, dude, what's up, man?"
Oh, this is on video.
I'm Shiny Vert. Yeah, it's in your video, and you're like, "Hey," I was like, "You're like, can we trade something for my video?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely."
Oh God,
that's where me and John met you for the first time as well.
Yeah. Was it 1 or 2 where we were opening up packs and then we like didn't we pull like a prime or something? Didn't we pull like a prime Gengar? Was that us? What did we open? We opened something, Misty. You, me and John, I think. Didn't we open something?
Oh no. Yeah, we did a battle like in the
Yes. And then something got pulled, I remember.
I don't remember what it was.
I probably already had a couple.
Beat you,
I probably already had a couple, so yeah. Oh yeah. No, you guys always win.
Do you remember the drawing I gave you?
What the
Gengar? No way. No way.
Hold
That's
on.
actually gonna
Hold
be super
on.
cool.
Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on.
Yo,
Oh,
can
dude,
someone sniff his chair for me?
No, I just have a mountain of stuff over here. No.
Stinks so good.
Dude. Hold on a second.
I'm with you.
Hold
I
on.
waited.
You can edit this. You can edit this out. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh. No, I have it here. It's not a picture. It's in a you put it in a binder.
Vault,
Yeah.
I would have thrown it away too.
I just rearranged all my stuff.
Yeah, I would have thrown that shit away right when I
Yeah,
right when I left.
Support me, Nathaniel.
Dude, I was so like
Okay, I can't find it, but I have it. It's here. I wish I could take my camera.
It's here in the dump.
Damn it!
That shit didn't make it out the card party box.
No, it did. It did. It's here somewhere.
Decomposed.
Okay. It is here somewhere. It's here somewhere. And it's just sitting there. I know it is. It was over there. It was by like all my stuff. I had like a little side stuff. But yes, it was a black binder with a Gengar. It was so cool. With my name on there.
That was pretty crazy for us. We were still, I think we only had like 350 subscribers at the time. And you were the only one that I was watching at the time, like in the Pokemon space. Mm-hmm. And I definitely was pretty nervous.
Were you? What, just to meet me?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, see, I didn't feel that. You guys seem like totally chill. You guys seem totally cool.
What the hell? I was shaking.
You were shaking and sweating. You felt moist to the touch and almost like jittery. And I was just trying to calm you. I was petting your back, and I was trying to calm you down.
Horse's mane.
Just back on the nape of his neck that he had just shaven. So it was nice and smooth, and I was just like, "It's okay, young. Set it down." Rufio.
I wish I went to the first one.
Oh, dude, it was such a vibe. It was cool.
I was happy with my nickname at the second one though. That was.
I forget. Wait.
You got.
No, it's right there. I drew it on a Polaroid picture, I think.
Yeah. It was bitch tits.
Bitch tits. Oh, it's so messed up. Yeah.
It was so funny. I loved it.
That Ryan said it. I just wrote it. I think I put it on the Polaroid.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The binder.
Did you?
Oh my god!
That is straight Bert right there.
Bro, you need the red tips. You got to get the.
Bro, you got to do it. You got to do it, dude. Misty, let me see that again. Hold on. You got to do it. You got to do it. It's easy, dude.
If we hit like 5,000 subs on this channel. I'll do
Bro,
it.
that's crazy. I saw like five people in downtown LA that look like that. Like where I live. They're protesting down there.
Oh yeah.
Just get a little red hair tie, bro. Come on. Come on.
Have you ever?
He's trying to look at. He's such a professional. I start flaming him, and he goes, "How do you feel about the Pokemon space exactly?"
I'm trying to change the subject.
Oh yeah, good call. Good call.
Calling
My bad.
Bert
All right, go ahead.
professional is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
He's trying to be professional.
What was the last protest you were at, Bert?
What do you mean? I don't go to that. Have you ever thought about? I know you have like a family and everything, so I guess this probably wouldn't be possible. But did you ever think about relocating to the east to be more with Rev and Ryan?
I mean, it wouldn't be as insane as you'd think, because my wife has family over there. So like her sister's over there with her husband, and so there's like a pathway there, I guess. But we have a lot of family here. So like her parents live, like half a mile from us. My mom lives in the next town over. So and then I have all my siblings here. She has her one brother that lives about like 20 minutes away. So there's like a lot of tethers here. And then especially with the kids and like, the schooling and all that stuff, we live in a really, really cool little pocket in California. So it's, we like it in that sense. And then my wife doesn't like the cold, and she has a rare form of cystic fibrosis. And it flares up in the cold. So like like the snow, and, it gets frigid on the East Coast too. So like it wouldn't be great, I don't think, for her health in general. So like she's more suited to like, kind of more like warmer weather on this side. I guess you would say. So there's like, we've talked about it, and I've even talked to Nick and Ryan, like it would make so much sense if we could combine forces, a couple times a month and like do it like that. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's in the cards, honestly,
Yeah. Like a little, like a Pokemon frat house.
Bro, it would be
great.
I would want, in my mind, because we have such a good time together, and like it translates well to like every time we do a video together, it does really, really well.
Yeah.
And obviously a part of that is Nick's star power. It's like, Ryan's like, trash talking, and then it's me in the middle, so it's kind of like a good combo. But I was thinking like more of like a fantasy factory, but with Pokemon, you know what I mean? So like a warehouse type thing. So, but not just Pokemon. We could go open up some crazy stuff, do a live stream, and then go like, I don't know, try to kick a basketball into a hoop, and then I come in on my dirt bike, so like, or whatever. It just have like kind of more of a smorgasbord of things. That way it's not just, one thing, and we could kind of open it up to different stuff. So
that's crazy. I mean, because like one of the first times I talked to Vert, this must have been like 5 years ago, but we were in just this random creator chat, and someone mentioned just like doing like a creator house, and we both were like, yeah, we're 100% down.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
That'd be so much fun.
Especially you get creators that are established already, and then you can bring other creators into the house and kind of like change the chemistry of it. We've talked about it, it would be so cool. But yeah, it's we all have, between me and Nick, we have almost 7 kids, so it's like, it's just, and then Ryan and the cats, he can't go anywhere. So it's like, it has to be such a specific, situation for something like that to work.
Yeah. It would be so cool though, just to have like, especially with the way IRL streaming is going.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody's doing that in the Pokemon world right now. Man, if anybody could just set up a house with streaming all day long and all the stupid shit that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Like imagine real world, but with like, but with streamers. Yeah.
Yeah. We'd get arrested.
It'd be crazy. Oh yeah, it would be a problem.
It would not be, yeah.
We'd make it a problem.
In a different multiverse, it would work. But
Are you going to either of the card parties?
I'm not going to go to the East Coast one because we got something on that weekend. But I'm more than likely going to the West Coast one in Washington.
Yes,
so
nice.
I'm more than likely going to that one. I haven't talked to Pat yet about it. I haven't confirmed yet with him because he's still probably deep in the logistics of the East Coast one. But that's my contemplation is to do the West Coast one. We probably would have done the East Coast one, but it's like literally we had something on that weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
what are your, I guess, future plans with your own channel? Just keep doing the same thing, or are you trying to do you have any goals you're working towards right now?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It after hitting 100K, every little milestone like that has been cool. But I haven't felt the pressure of pushing to that next sub level. So I guess 200,000 is it. But I mean, it's weird. Hitting 100 was such a momentous moment, that I don't know if I'll have that feeling again. And I don't know if I'll still be doing Pokemon by the time this channel ever would get 1 million, unless something happened where I drastically was able to take off. But I'm definitely in the process of reimagining the channel. So I have some stuff coming up where I'm going to reface the channel. I'm still going to be me, but I'm going to reface it and give it kind of like a facelift. And I want to start doing some different stuff off the table. And yeah, I have some ideas. Because you have to,
Yeah.
The whole, and then I've been thinking about different stuff with the thumbnails and things like that. I have a different form of content that I'm going to start doing that I have not done yet. And I'm not going to tell, and not because I want to keep it a secret, but I want to be the first one to do it. And then I'm sure other people are going to come after it, which will be good. Because I mean, everyone, if you're saying, oh, you're totally farming me for, everyone farms everyone, everyone farms everyone, and it's a reality. And if anything, it's kind of like a compliment, Yeah. So yeah,
we talked about that before, people having similar thumbnails and especially in the smaller space, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't looking at other people's stuff, it's still gonna happen.
Yeah. And iron sharpens iron, I think, a lot of times. So you want to be, if it's someone that you want to emulate or you look up to, I feel like it's only natural for you to kind of try to take what they've done and make it your own,
Yeah.
So that's pretty natural. I do it with Nick all the time. I've used his fingers in my thumbnails, yeah. Cause I've told my editor, I'm like, yeah, just throw my face in there. Yeah. Just cause it's such a good thumbnail. The only difference is I tell him when I'm, he knows that I'm doing it actively. Yeah. There's other people that will farm other people and they'll be like, and they'll pretend I have a name in my mind, but I'm just not going to say, but they'll farm someone completely and then never give them any sort of props whatsoever, when it comes to where they got that creative idea. So
do they tend to get hypocritical after they
yeah.
they've done an idea?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I don't want to start anything. So it's, but yeah, people aren't stupid. People that are watching this, they know exactly probably who I'm talking about, or they can narrow it down to 3 guesses. So
pretty sure we've talked about it here before.
Yeah. So, and it's next question, Nathaniel.
I just spat my water everywhere.
If you're watching content, who's your top 3 favorite PokeTubers and least 3?
So
Damn,
this is gonna sound weird, but I do not watch Pokemon content pretty much. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
I feel like most of the people that we ask, because I'm the same way. I don't watch a lot of Pokemon content, and pretty much everybody that we ask that is the same way.
Yeah, and you think that you'd be constantly consuming and watching it. I get my fill with myself, and there's nothing more. I would watch. How about this? I'll watch anyone before I watch myself. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like people sometimes will say, oh, they watch themselves back or what. No, it's making it's yeah. I don't know if you can see, you can't see it. It's making my skin crawl as we speak. Just the thought of watching me, like, you know what I mean? Because I used to edit myself. I can now live with myself now that I don't edit my own videos. Thank God. Okay, I made it to that that place where I don't have to edit my own videos. Editing your own videos makes you hate yourself on a level, at least me, that I've never experienced. Oh yeah. So, okay, if I had to pick, okay, I'll give the easy answers just because if you see something come up and like if you were to check my search history on YouTube, right, it's gonna be Nick and Ryan a lot, right? And not because I'm like, ooh, I knew what, but because I shit talk them. And I'll be like, I can't believe you said this, or what was that? Or you know what I mean? Like we'll roast each other, they'll watch my stuff for that reason. And then, like for Ryan, for example, I'll go to his search history and then I'll see that he thumbs down my video. that is a whole different conversation. And that happened in person, just so you know. I went to that. Yeah, that was a crazy moment for me. If you've ever had your soul separate from your body for a moment and then come back together, that's how I felt. But yeah, I dude, like anyone else, and it's not that I don't watch anyone. I don't watch, like, that's not what I usually consume. Yeah. I consume a lot of other stuff that has literally nothing to do with Pokemon, and it's just because I get my fill, on a weekly basis with what I do.
What do you like to consume?
I do a lot. So on the side, Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. I'm like 5 years old. Please continue.
I would love to look at your search history, Nathaniel. I would
start clearing it.
If I could just index your search history for 5 minutes, I would probably have to like cease the transmission, bro. I'd be, yeah, I'd have to just forward it to the proper authorities. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Just
throw the phone, throw everything away.
Oh, dude.
The things I ask ChatGPT are like nefarious.
You try to mess with ChatGPT?
I'm genuinely curious, but I'll ask some insane stuff that probably shouldn't be asked to ChatGPT.
You're probably already on a couple lists, bro. So you're probably already in a couple watch lists. On the side, I play poker. No one knows about this, but I play. Yeah, so I take poker very seriously. So a lot of stuff is me like kind of studying spots and studying, certain things. I've been playing poker for the better part of like 20 years. So yeah, so I study different games. I'm trying to learn a lot of the mixed games. So that's the side of me that no one knows about. And I don't want anyone, and it's because I don't want anyone to think that I'm like a degenerate gambler, which I'm not. It's just a hobby and it's something that interests me. And then I do like a lot of politics. So I'm definitely in the know with a lot of politics stuff, and I'm trying to keep up on, what's going on. Obviously, like right now there's some craziness happening in LA. So I'm trying to keep on top of that and see what's going on with that. And then there's also the difference of, getting actual information and then information that's kind of angled in a certain way, with mainstream media. So there, there's stuff like that. That's going to be the majority of, and then there's going to be like 10% of just mindless, just nonsense where it's, I don't know, bro, 10 people riding one bicycle. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's going to be like a sprinkle of that, but that's literally it. I don't watch TV. I don't watch shows. I don't do any of that, so.
You're into the like hockey world as well, right? Like,
yeah. You'll see hockey. You'll see a good call on that one. You'll see hockey. Probably much less. It didn't come straight to my mind because the Kings are out. So like I've been keeping up with the Stanley Cup Finals. Like Edmonton and Florida, they're tied 2-2 right now. So I've been keeping up with that.
So fun.
Oh, dude, and I love watching Connor McDavid play. He's for people that don't know, he's like a phenom. He's like a video game player. He's like watching a video game is what I'm trying to say. Like he's so insanely good. He's a generational talent that plays for the Edmonton Oilers. So yeah, I want to see him win a cup. So I just to say that he did, because I think he's that good. You know, he should be able to say that he won a cup. So
You ever throw a Zinni Bobby in the Lowy Decky?
no, and neither should you, bro. Value your gums. Does anyone know what Misty? Do you know what he's talking about?
I have no idea.
He's talking about
Zimbabwe, buddy.
he's talking about a zin in the bottom lip.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Hello.
Yeah. So, don't try that, guys. That's not if you've never experienced a zin, just don't. Okay, it'll take you to a different place the first time.
I've done zins, but I don't do them.
I've done zins. Some of the guys do on the bench. I still play ice hockey, also, by the way.
That's freaking sick.
Yeah,
dude. Have you ever played lacrosse? Have you ever played lacrosse?
Lacrosse?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
No.
I feel like there's a lot of people that do the hockey and lacrosse.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. I've never played lacrosse. Yeah.
Sorry.
Roller hockey and ice hockey.
Oh, you've done roller as well?
Early on, before I found ice, I played roller. So I'm from SoCal. So like that when Gretzky came out here, when I was, and it's like dating me, but like when Gretzky came out here to play for the Kings, roller hockey and just hockey in general got huge. So, and then that's when Mighty Ducks came out. There's a movie called Airborne that's way before your time came out, where it was all about, it was just all about like roller hockey and just rollerblading was huge in SoCal.
Is that on VHS?
Oh, okay.
All of these would be available originally on the VHS. Yes. On the VHS. And then transition to the compact disc. Yeah.
What about who's like your top 3 music artists if you're listening to music?
So it's gonna be like
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Like, yeah.
19.
What?
Elton John. No, it's gonna be like Bullet for My Valentine. It's gonna be it's gonna be like All That Remains. It's gonna be like maybe some old school Avenged Sevenfold.
Dude,
it's gonna be so it's gonna be more stuff that's more up Misty's alley.
Oh yeah,
so I can tell that immediately. There you go, AX7 or A7X, I should say. Stuff like that. So
Randy, like,
I'm a big metalhead. I love metal. One of my first music experiences was going to see The Used at Warped Tour when I was a kid. So that was awesome. Burt McCracken, who was the lead singer of The Used, he jumped off of a triple stack of subs, and I think he broke his leg. I'm not. Yeah, and then he just kept on performing. Yeah. Well, he was probably drunk and drugged out of his mind, but it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome to watch.
Me and John followed Avenged around for I don't remember what year it was. Their last album, the album before this one, we followed them around on tour for a little while.
Have you watched the documentary on them? The documentary about Rev and and them talking about it and all that. Oh my gosh, you got to watch it. It's on YouTube. It's free. Ooh. Yeah. There's a documentary about their drummer was his name was I forget I forget what his name is. They called him Rev. Okay, like the Reverend. Yeah. So he died. He had like an addiction to heroin, I believe. He was a music savant, so he could just listen to stuff and just make up a tune. He could make up a song on the spot. He would play. He could make before he met the band. He would make songs and play all the instruments and then dub them together without knowing how to read music, obviously he knew how to read music towards the end, but he was a savant. So that's just how his brain worked. And he was probably one of the best drummers ever. And he died. And that was Avenged Sevenfold. That was one of the tragedies that happened with that band. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the band. And then the lead singer blew out his vocal cords right when their first major album went platinum. And then they changed the whole sound of their music because his vocal cords blew out. So
I'm not a big fan of their newer stuff though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That and that's why I prefaced with older Avenged Sevenfold. I don't really know where they're at now. you know.
I don't know if it was Rev's last song. I'm pretty sure it was the last song he ever made. Was like killer.
Really good. People are gonna think we're talking about our Rev, but this is a different Rev.
Yeah.
Different reverends.
Different Rev.
Elliot, what's the band that had Nikki Sixx in it?
Oh, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, bro.
Oh.
Have you seen The Dirt?
I watched that.
Yeah, that's just a movie. I think I don't know if it's a documentary.
Yeah, no, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a really, really good like and I heard that was like there was stuff that they totally fabricated that wasn't that didn't happen or or whatever.
Oh, really?
Or stuff that they left out. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. He snorted ants, and I think he snorted like shards of glass also, or something like that.
Yeah, he's fucking psycho.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were talking. So Motley Crue was on their first tour with Ozzy Osbourne, and he comes out just probably coked out of his mind. And there's a line of ants that are leading to like this spilt drink or something like that. And Ozzy Osbourne gets the straw from the drink and snorts all the ants like into his brain or something.
God.
Yeah, he's like so messed up. Yeah,
I want to go to because I know they're still doing shows, but I want to go to one, but I know it's not going to be like the same because
oh, dude, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
so
not.
Aren't they all sober?
I don't want to like bring myself to that.
Well, no, it's just not the same.
They don't have the like same vocal like. They're just like old.
Have you heard him singing now?
Yeah,
it is.
That's
terrible.
why I can't bring myself to.
He doesn't even say all the
Axl
words.
Rose too. Oh,
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Oh yeah, no. He's been fell off. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Their voices go quick.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, do you know who any of these people are?
So how about that Travis Scott?
Okay.
So you know Guns N' Roses, right?
Of course.
No, I was thinking Vert.
Oh,
I mean, I've probably heard a song or two.
what's that song or two? What song have you heard?
Sweet Child of Mine. Is that
Okay,
by
that's one. Listen
Dude,
to Paradise City, bro. Listen to
Oh,
Paradise City.
I like that one.
It might unlock something for you.
I like that one. That
Okay.
Pretty girls to the Paradise City where the grass. That one.
He started with Pretty Girls. Pretty Girls. It's
Oh
like
God.
it's
I'm
something like
getting
that.
nervous here. I'm about to get going.
No, you're good.
Good, you need it.
All right, PokeVault, we got some questions from the members that they wanted us to ask you.
Oh damn!
Oh wait. Oh no, go ahead.
What happened?
What?
I forgot I asked my question at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys have planned. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
We try to go ahead, Elliot.
Peanut Butter Watermelon asks, what size New Balance do you wear, and do you keep butterscotch candy in your pockets?
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. No, I keep the little strawberry candies.
Dude, your grandma.
I wore a size 11 New Balance. Okay, even though I've never worn a New Balance, but if I did, it would probably be a size 11. Yeah, I wear shape ups.
Valuable.
Okay. the rounded sole. Okay. Just so I get more out of my walk. No little caramelos. Okay. Not yet. Not yet.
I got one from
terrible
Joji. He said, "What's the best advice you could give to Pokemon creators in the YouTube space, and what do you think it takes to be successful to stand out from other Pokemon creators?"
Oh my gosh. Damn. I would say have realistic expectations. Unless you're just an absolute talent and there's something crazy different about the way that you present and come to the table with certain stuff or how you share whatever message you're trying to share, it's probably just going to be rough waters in the beginning. It's going to be a climb. It's going to be brutal for your ego, for everything, overall outlook on things. And if you can somehow, push through that and, you know, find a way to just climb. I can say that no matter who you are, there's going to be someone that wants to watch you. So once you start to feel that love, I think that is, everyone can agree that that's the fuel that keeps you going. You know, the positive comment, the, you know, the morale boost. If you're doing a live event and it's 7 people, like I'll never forget those days. I would be live for 4 to 7 people and I knew all of them, you know? So it's like, and just when you start to see people slowly start to trickle in, buy into what you're doing, that will give you the fuel you need. But it's hard to break through that because there's so many people like you that you get suppressed by YouTube, the algorithm, and then everyone else that's above you that's doing the same exact thing. They're all on top of your head, you know? So it's the ability to break through that. So yeah, things that can make that happen is, they said it, being different, you know, that's hard to do. It's hard to be yourself sometimes and find your voice. The finished product is important. Editing is so important. As much as people say that, you know, editing is so important. Having a good finished product, and then patience, you know, and consistency, I think is super key. You know, everyone's climbing still, man. Everyone's climbing. It's never ending, you know. So.
That is the cool part. It's like every time you post, you can just be seen by new and like more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, I got one from. I'm pretty sure I always say this name wrong. Tothet. I'd love for Sean and Misty to recommend some 80s films for Vert to watch.
In the 80s, half of the 80s, I wasn't born. More than half, I wasn't born. I wasn't alive. So should we modify to the 90s? Or just keep...
A lot of the, because I kind of looked up to see like what movies were in that era. A lot of them I actually did watch. I was born in 89, but like Short Circuit.
Holy! 89?
Okay.
Sorry.
Back in my
Screw you. Like The Goonies, Neverending Story. All those were pretty like ones that I really enjoyed as a kid.
Imagine showing these kids the cinematography of those videos. You would see like Neverending Story. You'd see this huge like sheepdog thing flying through there. Like it is. People are chuckling right now that are watching this because they know. Showing you guys this, you'd be like, "What am I watching? Like a high school like movie play that they put together from scratch?" Yeah,
I think I've seen this.
I've sent stuff from like 2010 into like our chat before, and Bert's like, "This is horrible." I'm like, "Bro,
this is horrible. What is this? You have to use your hands. What is this? A baby's toy? You have to put the disc in the thing."
Why doesn't the square go into the circle hole?
Yeah. What is this? A center for ants? No, it'd be crazy. All right, so I don't know when these movies came out. I'm gonna assume that's really close. I'll give 2. The first one is the first Batman. Okay, the first Batman with Michael Keaton. Okay, watch the first Batman.
Is that with the Penguin?
That would be Batman Returns, but I think that now you're in the 90s. I think it's really close. It's like right on the cusp of like 89, 90, 91, right there. So I'm just going to say that it's fine. And then Ghostbusters 1. Okay, so that's that's one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. And then I think this movie came out in the 90s, but I'm going to say Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies. If you guys have never seen that. Yeah, the look on Rufio's face tells me that he's never seen that movie ever. Never ever.
I haven't, but Shawshank is actually one I wanted to watch.
You got to watch that tonight. Watch it tonight.
I've heard that's a good one.
Don't waste any time, bro.
the Breakfast Club Rufio.
No, I've never.
That one's
seen
that was from the 80s.
Yeah, such a good movie. Such a good movie. 16 Candles.
Yep.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Bro. I know a movie for you, Bert. I have the 80s movie for you.
What?
Weird Science, bro. It is literally you are one of the characters. You are one of the characters in Weird Science. No, you'll love it. It's got chicks, hot chicks too. Okay, I forget her name. It's like Elizabeth. No, that could be wrong. I forget her name. She's like British. You'll love it. It'll give you. It's pop up. The whole thing. There's pictures.
Poster.
Yeah, you got to watch that. You got to watch that.
Okay, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, Weird Science is a good one.
Does happen to be from Weird Science?
That is what the brother gets turned into because I don't want to give away too much. It's really good, man. Yeah, Weird Science is good.
Is that Nathaniel?
Huh? No, that's not Nathaniel. No. He's like one of the kids that's just like, he's one of the kids.
All right, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Last time I asked you this was before Card Party 2, and I asked you if I had any chance to beat CTR in the basketball game.
Yes.
And I think you said I had less than a 2% chance.
Correct.
What would you give me now that I'm back on the grind?
Wait, what do you mean like that? But you were on the grind during Card Party 2.
But I was okay, so like today I weighed in, I'm 159 pounds today.
What'd you weigh then?
I was probably like 185 still, maybe
185.
I got some baby abs coming in, Volt. Come on, Chetty.
Wait, where's
a little bit.
You still balling?
Okay, how much did you weigh?
I think I weighed 190 at Card Party 2.
And then how much you weigh now?
159.
Got the Etch-a-Sketch out.
No, I got my Texas Instrument. Hold on.
What is that thing?
So 31 pound difference, and then I gave you a what percent chance of winning?
I think
2%.
Yeah, we'll say 2%.
3%.
3%.
3% chance
now?
For Card Party 3 in West.
Dude, what math did you just put in that thing to get 3%?
30 less pounds, ipso facto, carry the 1, 3%. 3%.
Carry the 1.
He also has the height on you too, so
3%. 3%.
No.
And that's with and it's not because you lost weight, but that's because Ryan like snapped his back and his leg doesn't work anymore. So it really has little to do with your new feather, your feathered physique, but more to do with him being, crippled.
You know what I got though? Coming if he plays me again?
So
I got heart.
you have heart?
oh my god.
Yeah.
You got a heart on?
Bro.
You play it when Ryan backs you down into the post?
4%. Give me 4%.
3%. 3%.
What about
3%
okay?
And a nod. And
What-
like
what-
and a GG's. Yeah.
What about you versus Rev? Who wins between you versus Rev?
Oh, I win, bro.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I win.
What about you versus Ryan?
He wins, but barely.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. Now with the snapback, I mean, we played at the park, dude, and he's like, you felt it's hard to stop him,
Yeah, he's a freaking freight train.
Yeah. So that's my problem. My outside jump shot is not accurate enough to, for him constantly driving the lane. You know what I mean? So it's like it comes down to that.
Yeah. What about I forgot to ask you this earlier. I was just curious, but like how do you balance the work life of Pokemon YouTube with a family? And I mean you look great. You're obviously still doing a ton of fitness, I'm sure, right? Nice.
Yeah, bro.
That's insane, man.
Let's see. Let's just check it out.
Pequeño.
Nice, buddy.
You see the pop? It's not even about that. It's about the legs. You got don't like,
Yes,
Look
sir.
at that.
Yes,
Bro.
sir.
Listen, you can't get big up top if you're not big down low. And I don't mean that pervertedly. Okay? So,
Sure.
yeah.
Do
Do you work legs or what?
I do. Twice a week, I swear.
All right, let's see the abs. Let's see the baby abs. Come on.
No,
Pull it
no,
up.
no, no, no,
Pull
no,
it up,
no,
bro.
no, no, no,
Pull it
no,
up.
no, no, please, please.
Pull it up.
Don't
I'll do it
that.
if you do it. I'll do it if you do it.
No, because they're just coming.
No, let's see. Let's just see what's up.
I can't. I still got
This
like.
is
You
getting
just
weird.
posted it
You're
all
making
over
people feel
Instagram.
weird now that are watching this. People are feeling weird now.
I have stretch marks.
You're
on my
making this
stomach.
weird. You stretch marks. Who cares?
Please don't make me do this. I can't do this. Let me show my leg or something. Can I show my leg instead?
No, I don't want to see your leg. I want to see the baby abs that you've been bragging about. Let's see the baby abs.
Oh God!
Come on.
What if
Just
they
don't.
You're supposed to
about to
pull the
edit
shorts
this shit
down, not up.
You can edit it out. Let's see. Let's see
All
what's up. Don't put pulling your pants up. There we go. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Is that good?
Oh, baby abs.
And then you stood up too. If I stand up, this gets into like a beautiful situation down here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I still got too much body fat on my stomach,
No, you're good, dude. I'm a little bit overweight too.
but we're getting there.
No, it's good. 159, bro. 159. Is that what you said?
Yeah, and that's kind of the shitty part because it's like if I want a full ripped six pack, I'm probably gonna have to get down to like 150, 145 ish.
That's really what it comes at, bro. I haven't weighed 159 since like the 5th grade, bro. Like it's crazy. No, I'm serious. I weighed like 230 pounds forever when I was CP1, when I was like my original form, like when I was like my first form, my base form, I was 230 pounds. I was running around wearing short shorts with like ankle socks and Vans. I don't know what was going on. I was full dad unk status. Like I was like full unk. Yeah. I was level 1 unk. And then, and then, you know, things started to progress. So yeah, bro, if I was 159 right now, oh my gosh, dude, I wouldn't even be doing Pokemon. I would be doing like, I don't know, like elderly OF or something, you know, or something. I'd be doing like, yeah, I'd be using my assets for something different, you know? I'd be like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Do they have like a seniors division, like Playgirl? That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, I've been there.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dude.
Oh man, you're putting me in the senior, really?
Seniors, you know, like this. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it gets creepy with the yes, it's got to be seniors. I'm more on the seniors edge. I'm over that hill.
How often do you work out?
Every day.
Nice. That's insane. Yeah. How do you balance that, man? Like full-time YouTube, full-time father, husband.
That's what frees me up. So like I wake up, get the kids going. My wife is usually already up. She's already kind of like preparing the lunches for the kids and doing all that stuff. I get the kids dressed because they're psychos, especially the boys. My daughter dressed herself, thank God. But like our 4-year-old is a lunatic. Get all them to school or like during summer daycare. And then straight from there, I go straight to the gym. So I don't come back home. So there's no opportunity for me to like, to wuss out of the gym. And I get the gym done in the morning and I fast. So I stop eating the night before at about 7 or 8, and I don't eat the next day till about 11 or 12. And then I keep my meals. Like right now I'm cutting. So I'm down to like 198. So you still got 40. I got 40 pounds on you. But I also just came off of like a bulk where I was trying to put on weight too. Yeah. So yeah, I work out every day, man. And and then I, whatever is going on with the day, I'll try to film. Like today, I have to film somehow today. I'm already going to be completely crippled after this, what we're filming now, because I'll have nothing left. I'll have no words left. So, but yeah, man, just every day.
Misty, before you ask your question, I just need a glaze for a second. Dude, it's so freaking cool. Not only just to like sit down and talk with you and get to know you on a level outside of the Pokemon world, but like everything that you, Rev, and Ryan have done for me, for us three, for this channel, for the community. Like, in my opinion, y'all are the 3 goats of this shit. Like, because of what you just said, bro. Like, it's more than just the YouTube. It's more than just the Pokemon. Like, you're locked in. You're a big inspiration. You're a big motivation, and it's really cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now all the comments, Vert's glazing again.
Glaze away, bro. Glaze away. I'll take it in as whatever
It
I can
is.
get. Keep going. Don't stop. What else
But
do you feel?
that's what people should do is like just lock in at the gym, lock into, working on your personal brand, all that stuff. It's like, that's what I want to do. So it's cool to watch y'all. And
people said that too, man. They like, they've kind of like noticed, because I haven't been documenting like my health thing, but like I was out of shape, when I first started this, and Ryan called me fat, so I was like, that was a big wake up call. And then Nick agreed. PokeRev, the PokeRev agreed that I was overweight, even though he was a little sausage at the time too. So that was a crazy feeling. But yeah, no, people like noticed, and that gave me some extra motivation to like keep going. So
yeah,
but thanks, man. Yeah, I don't feel like that, bro. Like you say that, like like, was that a duck? What was that?
too? I don't
Did you
know
hear
what that was. I did hear that.
I did
Did
hear
let
that
me
too.
share.
Elliot,
No,
did you just
yeah.
fart?
Yeah.
Yo, Elliot.
You waited all this time to do that? That was awesome.
No,
You
it was
waited
just
all
the
this
chair.
time to do that? Uh-huh. No, I thought he just farted. I thought he just, and then we were just going to keep on talking like nothing happened. If I would have kept on talking and not said anything right there, people would have been really disturbed watching this. They would have been very upset that no one said anything.
Oh, God.
It's true. What were we talking about? I don't even remember.
No, I was just saying it's cool to see
He's
you
just
on a
glazing.
level outside of the Pokemon world.
Yeah, dude. Bro, you've hung out with me. You know who I am. I'm just a normal guy. That's that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anything other than just me. It's I'm honored that people feel like that, but I don't feel that.
Yeah.
I'm just like one of the, you see, bro. I'm in person. You guys know I'm just another guy. I'm just another person, human.
Yeah.
I'm human first, Pokemon second. No,
Yeah.
third. Dad second. Pokemon third. So, yeah, man. I don't feel that way, but
Nice. All right, Missy.
All right. Final question of the pod.
I'm ready.
Do you have any questions for us?
I wasn't ready for this.
Can you ask Elliot why he wears Lululemon? As
Oh
a
my
man?
God.
You wear Lululemon.
I do. Vert wears purses.
He does.
They make Lululemon for males.
Yes, it's actually. I'm
not being rude. I'm not trying to be.
I was
There's a men's
confused
section.
too.
There's a men's section.
It's comfy as shit.
Is it skin tight?
No, I'm not wearing leggings out here.
Could you imagine he gets up and he's wearing like full on?
I'm wearing Lulu shorts right now.
You're wearing shorts right now. Let's see what's up. So
Those
they're
are
comfy.
Lulu?
Comfy Lulus. Wow, look at him getting all the way up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. All right, where are you from? Because you sound Canadian. Are you in Canada?
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. You sound Canadian.
Really?
Yeah, you sound like there was like you had like a little twang, like a little A twang to you, and I was like, is this dude Canadian?
That's the Rochester accent, though.
Is that what that is? Yeah, no, because half of my buddies that I play hockey with are Canadian, and they have that kind of they have that. I don't know how to describe the sound, but that twang to their voice,
Yeah.
So
they're like right by Buffalo, pretty much.
Yeah.
So L for the Sabres, but
yeah, can't do anything about that right now. Rebuilding. All right, Misty, what has it been like with John, who is active duty? I'm sure everyone that's watching this knows that. Okay, love John. Okay, because my best buddy in the whole world is in the service, or he was in the service. So I have mad respect. I almost went in the army. So like I have mad respect for people that go into the service and do that kind of stuff. So how has it been? How is it being a military wife and having a YouTube channel and kind of carrying the entire bag? Because John is gone, right? Yeah. When does he come back?
About 7 weeks. Well, no, actually, when this airs, probably like 5.5 weeks.
Because he came back. He was gone for like a few months, and then he came back for a little bit. Is that right?
No.
No.
Nope. He's been gone
I thought he was
November.
gone. Oh, since November. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, oh my gosh. So he's been gone for almost 6 months.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So what's that like?
On the Pokemon side, it's really kept me more sane than I ever have been when he was on deployment before. Especially like having, the community talking to me on the daily, and it is hard doing the videos without him because we always had that we have that back and forth. So it's very hard trying to talk to myself, I guess, while filming. But it's been good. It's been good. It keeps me going.
Dang, man. Yeah, I think about that because I see him in the background, barely peeking around you. But like, that's got to be tough because, you go from having like a banter energy to it's just you and the camera and the microphone, which is not easy sometimes. Yeah. So. Okay. All right. Nathaniel, because I'm trying to, that was a good one. I have more of a good question for you, but like Nathaniel, I have a question, but I don't want it to dig too deep on you, so I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to think of something that's more,
oh God,
like surface level. Do you have the mullet cut? Take your earphones off, please. You just turn to the side. Do you have the little thing cut on the side? Oh my God. Okay. All right, put him back on. It's fine. No, I just put it back on. I'm not going to. All right. Oh, no. I'm not going to. It's towards the end. We don't have enough time. Okay. It's
insane, dude. Unbelievable.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, bro. See, this is what happens. We get him dialed in. Well, card parties, like we only get to see him once a year. So we got to dial him in. Like the last card party, we shaved his beard and like all that, the Fu Manchu that he had going on. We had to shave all that crap off. We took all the jewelry out of his head. We gave him like pointers on his face, hair, and just overall body. And yeah,
dude,
and then he goes on his own. He just makes up his own script when there's no one around helping him out. So now I realize that I have to check in a little more. Now you're doing the side cut thing and the thing. Okay. All good. So
I may have suggested to
what? To do that?
To do that. Yeah.
I actually want to take it a little bit shorter and a little bit more thinned out to get a real full
Yes.
You want him to have a full mullet? Is that what
I used to be a hairstylist, so I'm very much about like what's in trend right now.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah. What, did you say you used to be a hairstylist?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
YouTube.
You do YouTube full time?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I had no idea. Oh no, I just got let go from my 13-year job like 6 months ago. So that it's always like interesting to hear like when people, if they do it full time. So, because I always had a job. I always had another job. Like, I don't know if people knew that. So I always had like another job. All right, Nathaniel, now that you've met all of us and done all these things with us, what was your initial kind of thought of me or us, like, all the guys compared to now? Like, did you think that we were like douchebags? Did you think that we were stuck up? Did you think that we were up our ass? Did you think that we were like holier than God, or like, what did you think before compared to like after like meeting us and just chilling with us?
So nervous as shit, obviously, because I'm, between the three of y'all, my God, you're like the freaking superstars of the Pokemon world in my eyes at this point.
Yes.
But then
I didn't ask you for this reason, but I'm feeding on this. Go on.
But meeting y'all in person is like the easiest, most down to earth people that you could possibly talk to. Like, my camera's about. Damn it! Hold on. I got it.
Every time.
What is this? Hey, feed more quarters into your PC.
This happened with Rev, and did it happen with Ryan too?
Give me 2 seconds.
No, not
Be
no. It happened to
prepared.
Rev, and then his headphones
Look.
exploded with.
Hi, Boost Mobile. Can you turn Nathaniel's camera back on, please? Yeah, he's going to make his payment right now. No, he's going to make his payment right now. No, I'm watching. Okay, yeah, you got the payment? Okay. All right, we're back.
This is unbelievable.
No, this is very believable. This is very on brand for you. This is very standard on brand. Yeah.
I don't know. It was like, I think the best way to say it is just super, super down to earth. And like, because, you watch Ryan and everybody just thinks Ryan is a cocky douchebag and there's no more to the person. Then you meet Ryan in person. He's got the biggest heart in the world. He genuinely cares about you. And then it's like sitting down with like you, Rev, and Ryan and talking to y'all. It's like, oh, they're all just people. They all are just, but like you meet other people behind the scenes, and I think that they don't have the most wholesome intentions. Like,
have you met people where it was the opposite? So like you thought they were going to be down to earth, cool, but they were actually like up their ass douchey. Yeah,
Mystic.
Ooh. Didn't we talk about? Oh no, we didn't talk about him already.
No, but like it's just so easy. It was so easy to tell that like y'all just genuinely care about people, and it's just down to earth, good conversation at the end of the day.
That's the only reason why we go to those things, man. Because it's like it is taxing. It is, to go like a lot of people would be like, oh my God, what are you talking about? You get like worshipped and all that stuff. Like it's I get that. That's where I get riddled with anxiety, because it's like you want to make every person have, a genuine, awesome experience. And like, cause without them, there is no us, So it's like kind of like that symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm happy to hear you say that because, I don't get it as much, I would say, but like, I feel like the reason why I asked the question is I feel like, especially with Nick, he gets kind of like a bad rap where people think that he's a certain kind of way or that he's a certain kind of person. And if they could just experience him for 5 minutes, they would just realize that it is so the opposite of kind of how he gets painted sometimes. And I'm not saying all the time, you know what I mean? But like he sometimes people will try to paint a picture on him, even other creators, which is super, super destructive. And I hate to see that. And, again, I'm not going to name any names, but people know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, if they just got to experience him and understand the person that he is. And I tell them that all the time. And I'm like, that's why a podcast would be so beneficial for you if you just, jumped on. I'm sure you guys got that on your podcast. You know what I mean? You guys got the different side of him, right? Yeah. You weren't getting the, max hype, over the top, this and that, blah, blah, like what he does on his channel. You got the actual him. And people resonate with that so much. That's why people love seeing him on Ryan's channel, because he can, he shows people who he truly is. It's not like his stage face or whatever. So
not always wearing Charmander costume.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah.
That last part wasn't even a glaze though. It's just genuinely cool to meet people that are like
truly
cool and fun to talk to.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I was in the bar that night, man. That's why I was in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude,
that was such a good time.
That was so much. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was that was the best part of Card Party is 100%. Actually chilling with people, like chilling with other creators, chilling with other friends, chilling with people like, people that just that watch the channel. That was cool. That was super cool.
Yeah.
Then, all right, like Rev said when he was on, people like before we go, people, it was just crazy because like people's chilling and everything, and then there's another group of people opening like $1,000 packs, and someone pulls something, and then the whole place erupts.
It's like crazy energy. Yeah.
Volt, thank you for coming on. Where can the people find you? Where can they shop from you?
ShinyVert at youtube.com, formerly known as ShinyVert, gonna be known as Shiny Rufio on YouTube. And yeah.
Unbelievable. Well,
Nah,
dude,
man.
seriously, thank you so much for coming on. Always fun
Yeah,
to sit
dude.
down and talk with you, and we know that you're doing us a huge favor, so appreciate it.
thank
Dude,
you
I
so
was happy
much.
to be here. Thank you. I was honored to be invited on here, and yeah, I'm down anytime. Yeah.
Dude, would you be down to goon with me?
I don't know, bro.
I'm just
I don't know what that new age shit that you're talking about is. I don't know what that is. What you just asked me, bro. But like I said, I got a family. I'm not trying to break up my family. I'm not trying to get like a Diddy situation. I don't use baby oil. I don't know what it means to goon with someone, but I'm not going to goon with you or anyone else. I'm just going to put. It doesn't sound good. So we're going to end it right there, guys. I want to thank you all for coming on today's podcast. I want to apologize for Shiny Vert and his overall perspective and point of view. The kid's obviously disturbed. He's never been the same since he stuck his finger in the light socket and his hair stayed that way. Misty's been telling him to shave around his earlobes. I don't know what that's about. I want to apologize. I want to apologize for my boy in the bottom right from Canada, and I want to wish John just a safe flight home when he gets home. And I can't wait. I just want to talk to him really, and not any of you guys. So I want to thank you guys for joining today's podcast. Appreciate you. Hit all the buttons. All the links are down in the description for everyone's channel. Like and subscribe. Probably unsubscribe to Shiny Vert. Subscribers as it is. Hey, maybe show Misty some love. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna. That's what you can give all my subs to Misty if there are any. So thank you guys. Appreciate you all. We're gonna see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace out.